we always hear it. It's important to start planning. It's important, but we're in the firestorm. We're in the snowstorm of providing therapy and tutoring and any kind of intervention, biomedical. It's just downright overwhelming. What can you say to parents? I know that it's hard in the beginning to put financial planning first, but when should they start making financial planning a priority, and what are some simple things they can do? Is that too big of a question?
No, it's a good question.
Okay.
I believe that you don't have to have money to start with financial planning.
Love that.
So start off there.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good magic trick to me,
Yes,
though. How do you
have
do that?
to have an income to plan with,
Okay.
but
Okay.
you don't have to have a lot of money saved up already.
Okay.
Because most of our families don't come in with large amounts of assets to work with.
Right.
So we start with a cash flow.
Okay.
And we will look in depth and in reality at expenses. And what does it look like? And where do we go? We want to make sure that they've got the foundation in place of having that cash flow
Right.
done.
Right.
And then looking realistically at what the future may bring. So it may require lifestyle adjustments.
Yes.
It may not.
Right.
It just depends on the situation. So we'll talk about the estate planning that's done to make sure that our special needs family members are taken care of even when people are gone.
Yes.
We'll also-
You know, full disclosure here that we came in to meet with Allison a couple of years back when Reed was still alive, and we were very concerned because of cancer and his illness, he was not able to work, and we lost a huge chunk of our money. We ended up, you know, this is like I'm an open book here.
Yeah.
We did sell our home in a short sale because we could no longer afford to stay there. And we moved to a rental home so we could start getting back on our feet.
And you did a great job.
Well, thank you. And you also have been working with me since Reed passed away 2 months ago to try to get back on my feet now and dealing with being a single mom raising a child with autism. So I do know that you believe you can start small because I started very small, and you think that just looking at how much is going out and thinking about what's coming in and maybe taking a little bit of that and investing?
A little bit of that in investing. You want to look at what are the ways that assets are titled.
Okay.
Because we have found many families come in with, say, custodial accounts in the special needs child's Social Security number.
Yes.
That may harm them for benefits, and then unwinding that is a little complicated sometimes.
Okay.
So we need to make sure that everything is titled correctly and that none of the assets eventually will end up harming the future situation for the autistic child.
Because my understanding is that there might be services that they would be entitled to, but if they have an account in that name, they are ineligible,
Possibly. Sometimes.
which is scary.
Yeah. So, and you want to make sure that grandparents aren't being really nice and leaving money directly to our special needs kids, because that also can blow out some of the benefits that they might be entitled to.
So is it better for grandparents, they're allowed to give a certain amount each year, right?
Sure.
Out of a...
Sure.
Okay. So do you encourage that for grandparents to do, to give...
I think
Okay.
it's a great idea to give. Just give correctly.
Okay. Now,
So-
you had set up something for Wyatt that is an account that's a college. Can you explain what that is?
That one is a 529 plan, which
529.
is one of the college savings vehicles.
Okay.
Not every autistic child is college bound.
Right,
Some of them are.
right.
Some of them are not. So if they are college bound, then it's a great way to save for college. If they're not college bound, then there'll be tax penalties if you take it out from a 529. So you need to be careful again on how that is titled.
Okay.
And is the 529 where you can use it to go to college, but you can also use it for any kind of educational, like vocational, like
Higher education.
if he wanted to go to chef school, but it's not a college.
Yeah, vocational school,
got it.
Okay.
trade
okay.
school, all of
So
that
that
is fine.
seems like something every one of our kids would benefit from, right?
Possibly.
Or the
Yeah.
majority. Okay.
Yeah.
As there are become more vocational schools that can deal with the wide range of our
Yes.
spectrum.
Yes.
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 We don't have enough of those right now, and so somebody, if they had an individual who was very profoundly affected, and there weren't vocational schools, they could actually lose some of their money to a penalty if they take it out for healthcare costs. I think that's
Yes.
what we're talking about.
Okay.
It has
Okay.
to be used for college or higher education.
Higher education, and it's a
tuition, room and
529.
board, 529, but that's not the only choice
It's not the only
for
choice.
saving for
Okay,
college
okay.
or vocational schools or things like that. So
Okay.
that's again part of the financial planning process to see, because it's not the right solution for everyone.
Right.
Okay.
It continues that thing of one size does not fit all
Right.
in our
Not at
community,
all.
Right.
which is why you need to get an expert to sit with you and look at your particular circumstance. Because mine isn't going to be the same as yours,
No.
yours isn't going to be the same as mine,
No.
and everybody else's
Yeah.
is going to be different too.
Right.
What are some other simple things a parent can do to plan for their child's future if they have a child on the spectrum that they, think, I mean, I'm at the point where I think, well, maybe Wyatt will be independent, but possibly living in a community of other kids. Hopefully we'll have more of those where he will be able to have a job and do things, but he might be in more of a communal type setting. So what are some of the things that you would advise to parents, whether their children are very high functioning, severe, wherever they are on the spectrum, that they could start doing to help plan for their child's future?
Every little bit counts. I think understanding the trajectory for your family is really important. I also think that protecting against unexpected events is really important. Long-term care is one of those things that we have really found has been an issue for families.
Shannon and I look at each other.
Because
when this
it's like she's hiding now. No, it's one of the major issues of things that can blow up somebody's financial plan is that if the parents or the grandparents have a long-term care event occur, the costs can be crazy. So there are lots of different ways to handle that. Most of them are done through insurance of various types. But it's not always the traditional type of long-term care where you just pay and pay and pay, and if you don't use it, oh well, you lost that money. To a premium, there are asset-based long-term care plans that work for certain people. If they have money that they can set aside towards that end, there are programs that are really, really good that can help offset that risk.